Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Rabbi Lauren Werber,
And I'm Brian Kelly.
and we're here from Congregation Beth Adam in Cincinnati to welcome Shabbat together with each of you. We are glad to be here as we let go of the stresses of the week and welcome in the peacefulness and the joy and the hope of Shabbat. We begin with a reflection adapted from Rabbi Naomi Levy. We love to change the world, but we rarely appreciate things as they are. We know how to give, but we don't always know how to receive. We know how to keep busy, but we don't often listen. We look, but we don't often see. We yearn to succeed, but we often forget what is truly important. May Shabbat teach us to slow down. May our resting revive us. May it lead us to wisdom, to holiness, and to peace. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. How beautiful is this day, a Sabbath of wisdom, of holiness, of peace.
Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
We continue with the lighting of the Shabbat candles. As the darkness of night descends, we light these candles as symbols that the darkness will not be triumphant. Wisdom will overcome ignorance, trust will shatter fear, an open heart is more powerful than a closed mind.
As we light our Sabbath candles, we know that the spark of wisdom glows brightly, and the flame of hope is a beacon which illuminates the night.
It takes courage to trust and not succumb to fear, to believe that the flame will endure.
It takes courage to stand and speak the truth, to believe the flame will endure.
It takes courage to open one's heart and mind, to believe the flame will endure.
It takes courage to go on, believing in possibility, to believe the flame will endure.
It takes courage to act, for actions affirm our values. We believe the flame will endure. Baruch ha'or ba'olam. Blessed is the light within the world. Baruch ha'or ba'adam.
Blessed is the light within each person.
Baruch ha'or ba'Shabbat.
Blessed is the light of Shabbat.
These words are adapted from the words of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov.
May we discover the ability to feel the pain of others, work for others, among others, and there come to feel a part of that which we belong.
May we discover the ability to be alone, so that we can go out of doors each day among the flowers and trees, among the birds and all that live, beneath the sky of stars and planets, and there come to feel a part of that to which we belong.
May we discover the ability to sit in silence, so that we may hear not the voices of others, but our own voices, the beat of our hearts, the sound of our breath, the utterance of our soul, and here come to feel a part of that to which we belong.
And may we discover the ability to slow down, to stop, to appreciate, to reflect and rejuvenate. May we discover the serenity, the peace, the love that is Shabbat, and here come to feel a part of that to which we belong. We give thanks for Shabbat, the day on which eternity utters a day.
A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. And eternity utters a day. Eternity utters a day. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie.
Since I began my time at Beth Adam, Brian has been by my side for services, leading music for not all, but most of our services. And it occurred to us that while those who are here in person see an awful lot of both of us, those who join us exclusively online haven't really had an introduction to Brian. So we thought that this evening we would take a little time for conversation so you can get to know him and get to know us together, and a little bit about what we're thinking about music at Beth Adam and how that's going and where it might be going from here. So that's the plan. If you don't know, Brian has been working as our song leader. He also happens to be my spouse. So why don't we start with related to that, the background of a little bit about who you are and how you ended up doing this.
How far back do you want me to go?
That's a question, right?
Yeah. So I lived all over growing up. My father was in the Air Force, and I lived all over the United States. And when he left the Air Force, we ended up in the Washington, D.C. area, in the Maryland suburbs there. And that's where I went to high school, and then eventually to college down in Southern Maryland at St. Mary's College of Maryland. There, my freshman history class, I met a girl who ended up being a lot of fun to be with, and ended up being Lauren. But having been raised with really no religious background or experiences at all, I thought it was adorable that she thought, being a rabbi would be a thing to do. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But she never let go of that. She took a semester in undergrad and went to Israel. And I visited her there. That was my first time in Israel. And then we graduated, and she applied for rabbinical school and got in. And so I went to visit her again there, and that time we got engaged there in Jerusalem. And then we came back and we got married and moved to Cincinnati.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was there. and and the rest is history. Musically speaking, I've been a musician and into music since I was very small. I studied a lot of classical music and jazz, especially in high school and college. I was a saxophone player, but my dad was always a rock and roll guy. He was in rock bands as I was growing up. We always had guitars around the house. So, I picked up things here and there. But yeah, so, but there never, I appreciated like Jewish music as the years went on and would see that, Bon Yeshur and what he did here in Cincinnati at the school. I thought that was really cool. And then just visiting other synagogues and doing stuff there. But it really wasn't until Lauren was a rabbi in Elyria, Ohio, and the student who had been song leading graduated, and there was no one left, and she told me to do it. And so, I didn't have a strong guitar background. I was okay, and I never sang in public. And so it was really stressful. And, I had one or two songs at the beginning, and it was very stressful and I was very awkward. But I thought it was rewarding and I thought it was interesting. It was fun to be a part of the service. Service goes way faster when you're on this side of the service. So I liked that. So, I think I was doing that for maybe 15 years, but with the goal of expanding the repertoire, and getting better at the guitar things that I was doing and getting better, with my voice. I had an opportunity to take vocal lessons, for a year during the pandemic, over Zoom. That was really helpful and interesting. And I may go back and do that, especially if, if I get enough complaints. But yeah, it's been musically, it's been a real opportunity for me to learn and grow and do new things. Coming to Beth Adam, I was extremely nervous. There are more people here. And, I don't know who's, a musician out there and is going to, say, oh my God, this guy's terrible. But as I've gotten older and a little more confident and or not caring, I've just determined to, try to do the best I can and have fun with it. And again, I like the aspect of trying to get better as I go. So.
It's been a fun journey. And Brian you were definitely told, not asked at my last position, because the alternative was me. And I hit a lot of notes, but they're not the notes that are part of the songs. So I was really grateful to have you. It's been a fun journey to get to where we are. One of the interesting things about coming to Beth Adam is we had built a pretty large repertoire, and now we're rebuilding for a humanistic model and looking at what songs we already have that fit and what songs we can adapt and what songs we can bring in from the outside, which is the part we haven't really gotten around to yet. Mm-hmm. So can you talk a little bit about what it's like leading here and what you like and what's challenging about it?
Yeah. So, I mean, the challenging thing I kind of touched on when it's people I don't know, I feel more self-conscious and so that makes me more nervous. But now I'm getting to know people and so that comfort level is growing. And then, the repertoire that you mentioned, I think I feel we've gotten so many songs at the last place that it feels a little restrictive, that we just don't have as much to choose from yet. But also, what a fun treat to get to rebuild that too. So.
And that's one of the things I think, I don't know if Brian would ask, but I'm going to ask, and you can say if you agree. If people have songs you're thinking about that you think would work in a liturgical setting, they don't have to be songs that originated in synagogue music. Reach out to us and let us know. Brian gave a bit of his background. I'm going to give a little more of your background. He was a music minor in undergrad, focusing a lot on composition as opposed to performance, and not yet with any exposure to Jewish music. And I have no musical background. So we both very much want to add music to our services and have begun to do that, but we welcome suggestions on what that music might be able to be. And that'll speed up getting some more things in. We can't promise we'll do those songs because they have to fit with what we're doing, and they have to fit with what Brian is comfortable playing and singing, and we have to have the right versions and all of that stuff, but we would love to be able to consider it. Any favorite songs? Or favorite holidays, favorite songs, favorite holidays musically, favorite songs, anything like that?
Yeah, I like the things that, lean towards like not rock and roll, but that they rock, So your Boing Shabbat, that's a lot of fun. It's really raucous and fast. Songs that speed up, like Gesher Tsar Ma'od, where we start real slow and then we build up into a frenzy. That's a lot of fun to do. We just did, and we'll probably do again here shortly, Not by Might. That has some fun rhythm. So, things that you can kind of move to do tend to be, in general, the most fun. Eternity Uttered is a Day that we just did. That's a real pleasant song. It's fun to sing, and I like the chords. So that's another one I like. Songs that people sing along to, and I got to say, this congregation is good at singing along, and I love it when I can hear the congregation. That's really exciting to me and helps me. So, and I think they do a good job here. Y'all do a good job here.
For those who might not have been at High Holy Days, can you talk a little about what we try to insert there, and then a little about Purim, because we haven't done an all-out Purim yet.
So with the High Holidays, you're talking about the other songs that we bring in. Yeah. So, we listen to a lot of music, and sometimes there are songs like for this past Yom Kippur, we did I Can Change by Lake Street Dive, which it was terrifying for me to sing because, Rachel Price of Lake Street Dive has a beautiful voice and really, sells that song. But the message, I thought, for the Yom Kippur service was so good, and it's such a beautiful song that I decided to try it anyway. And I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. But I thought that was neat. We have another one that I hope we get to do at Rosh Hashanah this year. That's by a band, a rock band called Marcy Playground, but it's a really pretty and thoughtful song that fits. And then Morning is Broken is another one that you really like. That's really hard to sing and play. There's a lot going on in that song.
It was funny that you said you were intimidated by Lake Street Dive, because when I first asked for Morning Is Broken, and it's Cat Stevens, and Cat Stevens, if you're not a Cat Stevens fan, has this depth in his voice.
Yeah.
And the first time I asked you to do Morning Is Broken was right after you started doing anything in front of people.
Right.
And Brian just said, I can't do a Cat Stevens song.
No way.
But it's become a favorite of mine for Rosh Hashanah. And Purim, a little bit about Purim.
Yeah, so, and that started even before the last, that started a little bit 2 congregations ago, almost. We did a Beatles
That's right.
Purim there, and we rented the Sgt. Pepper costumes, and, did parody songs that were in that mold. And then shortly thereafter, you got it in your head to have a theme each year and to write parody songs in that theme, have us learn all the songs, us being me, and for most of the time, we also had a piano accompanist, Peter, who would join us, who was wonderful, and then a congregational choir made up of talent optional volunteers, we called them.
Right. So High Holidays, we have a choir of singers, and Purim, we have, as you said, a talent optional chorus. So if you are local and are called on to be part of our talent optional Purim chorus, you should step up if you want to have some fun. We're not going to do it every year at Beth Adam. We'll probably do it every other year, but be on the lookout for your chance to shine if you always wanted to be on Broadway and, like me, hit notes but not the right ones. And be on the lookout if you're a singer and you want to be part of the chorus.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many opportunities. We've done so many styles of music, rock and roll, classic rock. I was dressed up as
Don't, because we might reuse. I'm not letting him tell you anything else.
I don't even remember what we did. But I know there was a lot of variety and a lot of different types of music that a lot of people would enjoy either hearing or participating. But I don't remember any of the songs or costumes.
Don't remember. Completely non-memorable, but lots of fun.
Oh, but I can't forget it.
Last question we may have answered, but I said some things, but you may have. How can people help you out?
Sing along, ask questions if you have any. I don't mind answering questions, and I love talking about music. I love talking about guitars, and I guess if you have song ideas, that would be good to know too as we work to expand our repertoire.
I'm glad we got to chat with you. Did I skip anything that you really want to say?
I don't think so. Let's just keep on rocking.
Well, thank you to Brian for chatting with us, for all of your music, for all the effort you put into continuing to make our services better and more engaging each time. We'll turn now to memory as we recall those we've loved and lost musically. This is one of our, as is most of our liturgy, by the way. Most of what you hear read, unless we tell you otherwise, it's liturgy written by our liturgy team, by Congregation Beth Adam over the years, and this is one of those readings. The music of this life has ended. The final chord has been played. Yet the symphony continues even after death, its melodies filling our memories. Beauty in life, harmony of love and friendship remain ours to savor. Energetic tempos of youth blend into stately rhythms of age, leaving their mark on the passage of time. Recalling moments of haunting beauty as well as measures of discord and pain, we pause, quietly remembering. For one, a final note has sounded, yet we hear the melody lilting. Lingering, the music flows, guiding us to create our own symphony. Please join, if you wish, from home in our memorial reflection. Ein bidei ha'mavet ha'koach la'korma shetamun balev. Death cannot take that which is locked in our hearts. With our tears, in our sorrow, we remember. With our courage and our strength, we do not forget. Acts of kindness, deeds of courage will remain. Beauty created, wisdom shared is not lost. With our tears, in our sorrow, we remember. Im dema'ot beinenu be'et avlenu, nishmor al zecher ahuvenu. With our tears, in our sorrow, we remember. Zecher tzadik livracha. May the memory of good people bless our days. As we lift this cup of wine, tribute to life's enchantments, may we find joy and contentment in our human endeavor. Bruchim hachayim ba'olam. Blessed is the life within the world. Bruchim hachayim ba'adam. Blessed is the life within us. L'chaim. It's funny, when I asked Brian his favorite songs, he picked the more rocking ones. And when I asked him what he felt like closing with this evening, he picked Tefillat HaDerek. Is that still what we're doing?
Looks like it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So Tefillat HaDerek, A Prayer for the Way, is a Debbie Friedman song, and it's a slow and pensive and reflective closing song.
Blessed as we go on our way, may we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
May we know blessings those who are near. May we know blessings those who are far. May the Sabbath bring its goodness to everyone soon, wherever they are.
May we know blessings through the day. May we know blessings through the night. May health be for all children. All things soon be right.
May we know blessings in our comings. May we know blessings when we depart. May we live each day with peace and wisdom in each heart. With gratitude to you, Brian, for your music and your conversation, and with gratitude for a chance for rejuvenation and rest and reflection, we wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a Sabbath of peace. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.